All right, hello. It's me. I'm back again. Sorry I haven't posted in a while. This is just gonna be a quick video showcasing a different method of how to find out the name of the variables that are used within gun modules and gun tables, so you can easily change and edit them, exactly the same as the first video, but the first video on my channel, but it's in case the developers decide to update the names of the variables or change the path or do something else. So this is the better method, I would say. This is the more preferred one. It normally works a lot more often than the other one, but yeah, so let's just get straight to it. It's quite simple. I recommend you watch my previous video. It explains what I'm doing much more clearly than I will be in this one. But yeah, I'll just get started. Of course, you'll want infinite yield, so you'll want DEX, remote spy. Let's just blacklist these real quick. Okay. Same principle as the last video. We need to find the script where the function responsible for, reducing the ammo, calling the muzzle flash, calling the actual function which shoots the gun. We want to find where that is. And to do that, we just look at the remote. As we can see, bullet hits, or is it fire gun? I'm going to take a guess and say it's fire gun. We just want to expand this page, function info, and take a look. Calling script. As I just said, we're looking for a script which has a function responsible for firing the gun, in which removes our ammo. That's why we're going to find it, because it directly accesses the variables associated with ammunition. All right. So yeah, let's just go to where it's located, which is ACS underscore client. And here it is, starter character scripts. I'm just going to view it, copy to clipboard. Okay, after pasting it in here, we want to take a look through, see if we can find anything that mentions, fire gun, anything to do with firing the gun. So let's just do fire gun, not to get confused here with this, because here, there's fire gun and fire server. It's easy to get confused, but as we can see here, fire gun is a function of this module script, which is what we're looking for. It's the function that's responsible for firing the gun. So if we go to here, there should be some reference to ammunition and as such. So let's look at this variable, which is fire module client. Okay, let's take a look at fire module client. It being a child of the previous one. Nice sign that it's going to be something useful. We don't need this anymore. And we'll just skip right to fire gun. Okay, let's take a look. If we look before, second argument passed of the fire gun remote is the instance, which in this case is probably the tool or the model, which is the gun we're actually using. So if we look through here, P66 might have something to do with our gun. So let's just take a look. What is P66 used for here? I next use a bullet, player, direction, origin, fire rates. Well, we can obviously tell that this function is useful by, keywords. We're seeing them here, fire rate, and, mode, distance, max recoil value, sorry, power. And we can just backtrack again. So let's look at V73. What is V73? V73 is something within here. And this is, what is this? A table? Okay. A table. Now let's go back. Is there anything else we can find in relation to it? Now I'm doing this live. I haven't done this pre-recorded, so it's not as fast, but I think it's better for a more realistic example when you don't just dash straight through and you know exactly what you're looking for. So yeah, I'm just taking a look here. Okay, something dot settings. This might be useful. Let's take a look at this. Configuration ACS guns. Okay, yeah, this looks like this will warrant something. And if we go back to where we just were, if we look closely at what, you know, kind of pruned it, if I'm looking here, something dot name settings, that could easily be in reference to the name of the tool of the or the tool of the tool or the instance. So yeah, that was a bit suspicious, and it being a part of a table with settings. Guns will obviously have settings. So yeah, that's what went on in my head. So let's check out ACS guns. Okay. It's under, sorry, I already forgot. Configurations, AC guns. Okay, here it is. Configurations, ACS guns. Okay, looks like we found something useful, so we probably don't need this anymore. Let's just scroll over to our gun, which is the M17. All right, let's see if we change ammo to something. Will that do anything in game? Reload. Reload again. Okay, now that doesn't seem to do anything. So this number value is useless. So let's just take a look at settings, because this is what was referenced in the actual module script. So let's take a look. If we copy this to clipboard, we don't need this because this was just to find ACS guns. And boom, here we have the entire table, which is responsible for our M17. And if we had a M10 rifle, AS val, it would be the same. You know, they're all under here. They all have their settings. And if you want to change the settings, it's the exact same as before. I'll just open up something new and blank. It's literally just the same. You just require the module script. So we'll just do local module path. Let's just say require this. Oh, sorry. It didn't copy the path of the module script. Copy path. There we go. And then we can just do a simple check. If module path, then we'll do raw set module path, because remember it returns a table, which is this whole table. And let's say we want to change ammo. So we'll go ammo. We'll change it to 9 billion. What else might we want to change? We'll also change fire rate. Fire rate. We'll change that to 2000. And yeah, that should be it. So yeah, let's just run this, see if it warrants a successful result. Any errors in console? No errors in console. And as we can see, the gun now has 9 billion bullets. You know, same as before, it is server-sided, so everybody can see your bullets. They do shoot this fast. So I'll just no clip and go fly to somebody to prove it. Let's see. What about this guy? Yo, what's up, man? You can see, boom, we just killed him. First kill. So it does work. It is server-sided. It's not just on the client. And yeah, that's a relatively easy way to find the table responsible. In case they don't name the important arguments, just like ammo and stuff, yeah, you can just use this method to find where it's called from, and then yeah, you can just do it like that. They might also just have it as a table within the within like a separate module script. You know, you might have to dig a bit deeper. They might try and hide it a little better, but this is the simple premise. And yeah, I hope that was helpful.